All right. You've got 4 different types of individuals who are likely about to be contacting you or already have. And you need to be prepared to have an effective dialogue and scripts to that end, as much so as you're willing to role play those before actually engagement. But preferably, the buyer is contacting you directly. This first type of individual is the buyer directly when they're extroverted, right? They're affable. They just want to connect. They are grown and they are, you know, very confident in what they need for their family, and they're willing to tell you how long they've been looking. Ask questions that are going to open up that relationship with the extroverted type, who may be willing to tell you everything about how long they've been looking, how many houses they've probably had under contract and lost, or how many. You'd be amazed how much information you'll be able to get. Have you been shopping long? Where do you work? Where have you qualified for your lending? They'll tell you oftentimes so much that you may have never seen coming if you're prepared to sit and listen for a while. We'll be providing some comprehensive scripts with this course that will help walk you through these individuals and how to engage them fully. But be prepared to listen and take notes, and always be prepared to get their name and their number and follow up with them. The second type of buyer direct that you will get will be the more introverted or linear processor who just wants the information, doesn't want to engage the relationship. You need to be a little more sensitive with them. Treat everybody with dignity and respect. But again, just the facts, ma'am, that this type of buyer is going to call you up and they're going to possibly be very short and just want the information. They will be willing to provide you with an email to send the information to, but they're not going to be open disclosing a whole lot about their particular situation. And with both of these buyer prospects, you're going to want to ask, are you working with an agent or have you signed anything with an agent? And get that disclosed at the front end. The third type of individual that you'll most likely be getting accosted by are the type of agents that are simply wanting to list your property. You need to qualify them out. Hey, do you have an active buyer that you represent that is interested in my property? If they say no, tell them thank you. When you do, please feel free to call me, but I am not interested in hearing any pitches about how you would be successful listing my property. And the fourth type of individual that's going to be calling you is going to be the buyer who actually represents, a buyer's agent who actually represents a buyer. And they're going to call you up and they're going to say they've got a buyer that's interested in your property. And they're then going to ask, are you willing to cooperate with buyer's agents at 3% or whatever amount that they're going to stipulate their value at? And being prepared to give a right response to that question we covered in the prior lesson. So again, I will continue to be improving on these scripts. They're going to be comprehensive and very inclusive of as much information as I can develop that will help benefit you. And in the event that you ever want to role play or give me some ideas or call me up and make sure that you have determined a couple other qualifying questions that may be of value to other future students, please let me know. And that's it for this lesson. All right.